Our topic today is an introduction and answering questions about the 30-day challenge to empty nest success. Hello, amazing human and beautiful soul. I am your host, Coach Christine Oakfield, bringing you the 30-day challenge to empty nest success. You'll find 167 episodes of content in Season 1 of the Your Empty Nest Coach podcast. In this, the 30-day challenge to empty nest success, or Season 2, I introduce 30 topics that have made a noticeable impact with my most successful clients. I invite you to use these episodes to begin uncovering who you are. Whether the empty nest years are ahead of you, you're deep in them, or even if your nest is becoming full again, you can move from freaking out to feeling freaking awesome about these years as you become the CEO, conscious, effective Olympian of your life. Tap through to emptynestsuccess.com to find the many resources I have created, as these are my gift to you. A special thanks to Superpass, whose technology powers our Empty Nest Success online home. Back to you, my listener or CEO in training. Are you ready to dive in? Here we go. In this initial and prep episode for the challenge, I'll answer some questions you may have about the 30-day challenge to empty nest success, and I'll talk about additional resources you may want to check out. What is this challenge? This challenge is created to introduce you to some of the best content of my podcast episodes and coaching thus far. It is also a great way to begin scheduling time in your life for you. You can start small. It only takes 5 to 10 minutes a day to take in the content in this challenge and digest it. If you want to add on journaling or extra activities mentioned, fantastic, but that is entirely up to you. When can you start the challenge? That's an easy one. You may begin anytime. In case this is your first time hearing from me, I began developing content for mothers who are freaking out about the empty nest ahead about 5 years ago. I started with a handful of beta or test clients to see if this is something I really wanted to pursue. The good news is that the trial went really well, and I launched my podcast a couple of months later. I've had the privilege since then to work with parents who are freaking out about the empty nest years, and I've even successfully worked with non-parental humans too. This challenge is perfect for you if you have questions and thoughts such as, what am I going to do with my life when my child moves out? I am not sure who I am outside of my role as parent, partner, employee, all the things I do. What will I do with the extra time? Will my partner and I get along? Am I going to be okay? How do I find friends in the empty nest years? While my child is moving on, my parents are needing me more, and I don't know that I feel good about this. And this list goes on. Whether you are single, happily married, divorced, or anywhere in between, you'll find this content helpful. Whether you have 1 child or 5 or more, you'll find this content helpful. If you are a working parent or a parent who gave up a career to stay home and raise your child, you'll find this content helpful. These things being said, here are 3 reasons this challenge may not be right for you. First, you hate analogies. I love them, and I use them a lot. Second, you're looking for a taskmaster who will shame you into completing the challenge. This is not my style. I believe you are amazing. Life is supposed to be fun, and wherever you are is where you can progress from. Whether you complete the challenge in 30 minutes, 30 days, or 30 weeks, I still think you are amazing. Anytime you make time for yourself is a win. And the third reason, you really want to lean into that sadness and mope with others. Sure, life has challenges, and you are fully capable of handling them. How do I know? You've gotten this far in life. And as for the sadness, the emotions, yes, I love emotions. They are gifts for us. When we are able to tune into them, acknowledge them, and move through and on to better ones, life gets fun. A side note worth mentioning, if you don't love my content, don't force it. I appreciate you for giving it a try, and I am sending you lovely wishes that you find someone whose message resonates more with you. You deserve that. You may be wondering, why you, Coach Christine? It's a great question. The empty nest coach niche arrived for me when my daughter went to college at age 14 out of state. I was thrown into the empty nest 4 years earlier than normal, and without the built-in friend group who were going through things in the same way. Not being prepared, I looked for resources to help me adjust. While I knew my daughter heading to college early was the best thing for her, I also knew it was bringing up a lot of questions and thinking that I needed to work through. I didn't find exactly what I was looking for, so after my daughter's first year at school, I began organizing the things that worked for me. And here we are. I share a little bit more about my past careers and other things in the video in our online home, if you are interested. My goal always is for you to remember how amazing you are. You're incredible. You've gotten this far. You have done so many things in your life, and you're going to do so many amazing more things in your life. I do understand, though, that sometimes it's difficult to sit in your amazingness. I invite you to borrow my belief in you until you believe it. If you have other questions, feel free to listen to more episodes or explore emptynestsuccess.com. And if the questions remain, don't hesitate to reach out to me and ask. Coach Christine, what resources do you have to keep me on track? Another great question. Here are 6 additional resources. Number 1, I have different formats. I understand that we don't all learn the same way, which is why you'll find this challenge available in multiple formats. The video format is already available. You are currently listening to the audio format, and the written or article format will be coming soon. If you prefer videos and want to see me visually, you may tap through to emptynestsuccess.com now, binge all the content, and go on your way. Number 2, sign up for email reminders at either daily or weekly intervals that provide links to the video content and keep the challenge on your radar. Number 3, if you would like to comment on the videos and gain access to some additional content, then register for a free account in our online home. Number 4, I have created a free downloadable guidebook for the challenge. Yes, you'll find this also in our online home. It will provide the challenge topics, printable activity sheets, and bonus information. Number 5, there is an optional add-on for a small investment. If purchased, you can copy a Google Sheet I've created that you may use as an online tracking journal for your challenge progress. Finally, number 6, if you are looking for a fun group of people who this content has resonated with and a weekly place to check in with me via Zoom, then I invite you to join the C.E.O. training team to Empty Nest Success. This is an upgrade and my group coaching program. We have weekly calls on Mondays, and when registering, you may choose to register for the group only or to add on private coaching sessions. An analogy to sum up this challenge. I did mention I like analogies. Imagine that you are building a garden for yourself in the future. A garden that blooms into who you are becoming. You embarking on this challenge is as if you're opening a catalog of seeds. Each day you open up the catalog and view a new seed type, and you consider things like, is this something I'd like to implement in my life? Does this resonate with me? Is this helpful for me? Do I want to plant this seed? In the end, you may find that 10 of the seeds are exactly what you are looking for to get your garden started. Or you may find that all 30 resonate really well. This is your journey. Go with what feels aligned to you and leave the rest. There is no right or wrong way to do this. Trust your gut. And if you'd like more guidance, use the resources mentioned in the earlier section. Some quick reminders before I go. If you enjoyed this episode, I invite you to take a moment to follow this podcast. It is free, after all. And become this podcast's hero by sharing it with others. You'll find links to additional resources, time markers, and more in the show notes. As always, I provide content to make you think. My hope is that I am able to provide you with thoughts that positively impact your life. don't forget that you are amazing. Some quick reminder. No, what's falling? One moment, please. Hold, please. Still listening? Yes, those were bloopers. I like to keep things real here. And also, it reminds both you and me to find the funny in life. On another note, Season 3 of this podcast will return to a weekly format with a focus on answering your questions. To have your question or comment submission considered, submit it ASAP by DMing me on the socials. I'm at Empty Nest Coach in all the places, but check TikTok and Instagram most often. Or submit it through text or voicemail using 920-LIFE-WIN. That's 920-LIFE-WIN. I look forward to hearing your submission.